Hey everyone, it's JP321. We're back with another video, but before we get into that video, I'm asking y'all, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. If you do enjoy and you like my content, please share my content so more people can see my content. If y'all have any suggestions or anything like that, leave it in the comments. I'll check it out later. That's the best way to, I guess, suggest videos or stuff like that because I don't have a Discord right now. But either way, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into the video. The Violent History of Fireworks by Big Tug. That's what we're getting into today, people. Uh, so if you enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You already know the whole ordeal. I was trying to remember it. My English is so bad, which is bad because it's my first language. That's terrible. But with that, and then my accent kind of gets in the way. Regardless, let's get into the video by Big Tug. I already said the title. I need to liven up a little bit more, so let's go ahead and do that. I mean, hey,
It is
it's still
$1
me and
a
it's
week.
still
If
my
you get
same thoughts. It's
exclusive
just I need
content,
to
you get a
liven
lot
up
of
a little
cool
bit,
things.
talk a
I
little
mean,
bit
what
louder,
are you
because
spending
otherwise the
$1
mic
a
won't
week on?
pop it up as
Gumballs?
much.
You know, and I'm putting a lot of work in here. ExtraTug.com, exclusive content. Check it out. Fireworks. They're as
Yeah, check it out.
American as they are Chinese. Weird situation. But in my opinion, there is no part of American culture that is as severely overrated as fireworks. I hate fireworks. I think they're lame and stupid, personally. Well, I mean, besides like baseball
I think
and
it's just
jazz.
dope to explode things. Like I don't really think it's like as much as the colorful things. I mean, it's cool that you see all the colorful things that they can build together, and depending on where you go to, certain cities have like events that go off, and they make like figures and stuff like that. It's kind of like how the drone shows are. If you like drone shows, it's probably because you like fireworks. That's probably why, and they're pretty similar whenever it comes to the colors. I just like blowing things up though. That's why I like uh fireworks. They're just mini compact explosions that, if pointed in a certain direction, they like colorful colors. But either way, I like those. But I don't know what he's gonna say about it.
Those both suck in their own special ways. So I'm going to just bitch about fireworks for a little bit.
They
Why
are
are
loud
we,
though.
as red,
That's the
white,
one
and
thing.
blue-blooded Americans, so obsessed with what I perceive to be loud booms in the sky and sky sparkles? We have VR
That's
headsets
my
now. We can
point.
travel through space in our heads. What's the point of this? A fireworks show is the most
Well,
predictable
because
event
it's
possible. There's a
in
bunch
your
of oohs and
face.
ahs, and then
It's
you're
in
stuck
front
in
of you.
traffic for an hour trying to get home. But for some
Like
reason, these low-grade explosives,
you can
usually
feel the heat
low-grade,
sometimes
shit
too.
gets real, but they seem to make people
The
lose all sense of
what is it
judgment.
called?
Matthew Morrison, flip it around.
The VR. You ain't gonna feel
Every
none of
year we destroy so much
Still
property
just
and nearly
sitting
or
in your
do
damn
blow
room.
up ourselves for the mere
Oh, your
premise
living
of
room,
it's
whatever.
time to blow shit up, I guess.
Yeah.
Consumer Product
Yeah,
Safety
and
Commission
it gets a
reports
lot
that
of people
approximately
out.
10,000 Americans are seriously hurt by fireworks
I
annually.
bet.
Even something as
See,
innocuous.
I'm not saying that you should do it, and I'm not saying that I've done it legally. Um, I'm just saying there is like a tradition that some people do to where they get the Roman candles, the stick ones, and then they just point. I'm not saying anybody should do that. You really shouldn't do that because you could like poke somebody's eye out with that. But if you're wearing goggles and like a helmet and like protection pads on your hands and like wearing the proper PPE, I mean, you probably be alright. Well, not PPE for healthcare, but like PPE for uh like I don't know, just handling dangerous things. But either way, in that case, I mean that's just fireworks in general. Even if you're not pointing them at each other, there's still a chance that it might go off in front of you. But that's why you let the adults handle it. Kids, you don't do it. You watch and you admire. You don't physically get involved. You let the adults handle it. At least then they probably have insurance on themselves so that they're okay. But you you shouldn't have you shouldn't get a lifelong scar. So you shouldn't handle it. Leave it to the adults. Let the adults do it and wear proper protection gear whenever you are handling it. Don't be too close. Don't try to do risky moves. Trust me, we all get the urge.
As sparklers. You know sparklers? Those dumb little things you hand to 9-year-olds at cookouts to a budding pyromaniac? They might seem lame, but these
Oh,
puppies
yeah,
burn
yeah.
from between 1,000 to 3,000 degrees. I have a little trick for you. Go to your stove, turn it to 300, and put your hand on it. That's a lot. Don't actually do that, but that hurts, and this is 10 times worse than that. And give it to
Well,
the kids.
yeah,
Give
but
them
you
the whole
don't
box
touch
and let
it.
them run away while you keep drinking. And then there's those grown-ass men who put
And then
bottle
it
rockets
falls
and Roman
and it
candles
turns
in their
to
butts
ash
to make their
very
friends
quickly.
giggle. Personally, I've never seen a bottle rocket work once in my life. It's a scam. People put those in their people
Oh,
put the things in
yeah.
a bottle, they hold them out, and then the bottle rocket stays in the bottle for way too long, and the sparks just melt your fingertips off, and then finally it goes off, and you go, Jesus Christ! And that's
Why are you holding it? What? Why are you holding it? I was gonna mention the holding part, but the holding part was something you're not supposed to do, but you can do. You're not supposed to hold it. The whole point is like having it on the ground. Usually, if you have it on the ground and you have something like with weight inside of it, like put some rocks in a can or put some rocks in a goddamn glass bottle, like you'll be all right. You just put it in there, right? And then you stick the stick in the glass on the ground. Then you light it. You walk away from it. So whenever it sparks, it's just hitting the ground. It's not burning your hand. Why would you hold the bottle? No, you use the bottle as a weight, and usually you just want to like have little rocks or a little bit of water in there. Sometimes the water doesn't affect it. Sometimes the water does. But you just have some weight in there. You put it on the bottle, like you put it in the bottle, and then you just put it on the ground, and then it goes off. Got a little bit of water on my laptop. Don't need. Oh, what is that called? Condensation. Either way, you don't hold it. Why would you hold it? And like I said, I was gonna mention the holding part earlier, but the part that I was gonna mention about it is not holding it in a bottle. No, you literally hold the tip of it, like you hold the tip of the stick and you hold it out, and then you just kind of like let it shoot. But yeah, it's probably gonna hit you in the face if you're not pointing it correctly. Either way, if you could turn it like that, that works perfect because then it shoots kind of down, but you just gotta light up your wrist. But you just hold it like that, and then you just wait until it shoots off. But you don't do that. That one's not supposed to. You're not supposed to do them. But if you are gonna do it, wear some gloves. If you wear gloves that go off like down here, like I said, you can just turn it like that, and then it just shoot like holds down, and then you could just pew. But you don't directly turn it, because then it will shoot back at you no matter what. But no, you don't hold the bottle. No, putting it in a bottle and holding the bottle feels like it would be a lot more complicated and harder than it needs to be.
it. And then you never do a bottle rocket again until the next July 4th. Dumbass fireworks have become such a stupid trope that at this point it's actually
Oh,
a
see,
story of
he showed
tradition.
videos
So
of it,
Tuglets, if you want to keep all 10
of
of your
people using
fingers,
Roman
listen up.
candles.
Today we're talking about fireworks. And obviously I'm biased. A lot of people
Yeah.
really like these things and I just don't understand it. But we're going to talk about the history a little bit. Even though
Big
fireworks are
boom.
firmly part of Americans' identity,
Humans
many
go, wow.
historians believe they actually originated in China. American history, more like Chinese dynasty. We're so f***ing Chinese, it's insane. The theory is that as early as 200 BC, the Chinese discovered
Okay.
that bamboo
I mean,
works
yeah, we're all
as sort of a
humans. We
natural
all
firework.
probably
When it's roasted, the
have
hollow
some of
air
the same
pocket
traditions.
inside causes it to explode.
Probably
which
gonna steal
I feel
some
like
traditions
I
too.
shouldn't be telling people that. That bamboo is a natural explosive. This is like
I
you
did
on
not
an
know
FBI
that.
list information, but it seems
Yeah,
like it's okay to
you
talk
just
about
gave
what I googled. But they weren't
me
roasting
some
bamboo to
information that I
celebrate
did not
anything.
know.
The Chinese were actually trying to keep evil
Huh.
spirits away. In Chinese folklore, Neon
I mean, there's
is a
no
monster who
bamboo
would
where
visit
I am.
villages on the
Yeah.
first day of the year to eat
Texas
humans.
is
Fun
dry
fact,
land.
every ancient culture has a little fun folklore story about a big monster coming around and eating people, usually babies. I'm not going to put any time into that mentally. I hope whatever was going on back then doesn't happen anymore. I'm afraid of the Appalachians. But obviously, this little story was harshing everyone's mellow in ancient China until villagers discovered that Nian feared the crackling sound of exploding bamboo, which is convenient because China is like where bamboo is. They got so lucky with that monster was afraid of that shit. What is the odds? Time for a classic Big Tug pivot.
I mean, I
move
think
on
a
to
lot
the
of
Chinese
creatures
alchemists
be
that were
afraid
trying
of
to make the elixir of life.
explosives
We're not talking about the
'cause
monster
it's
anymore.
loud,
Historically, people have spent a lot of time trying to
lot of
become
creatures
immortal.
have
It's a
better
tale as old
ears
as your
than us.
grandfather who will die soon. I'm sorry. That's I don't know. That was mean. My knee-jerk reaction to any historical search for immortality is always to point and make fun of it, but I remember that we have scientists who are actively arguing that aging should be considered a disease. So I don't know what I should be afraid of, but I am
It is a
scared.
disease
So
technically,
well, those
because I
Chinese
mean,
alchemists never did
it
figure out the
kills
whole
you.
live forever recipe. They did accidentally create a gunpowder by mixing a
But
meat preservative
yeah, I
with
think it
charcoal and
is just
sulfur.
a thing
Honestly,
of
you
life
couldn't
as
have
well.
missed the
We can
mark
figure
any
it out.
harder.
Hey, we
Trying
can
to
figure it
get
out.
immortality and you make weaponry. And I think it's I just imagine a bunch of Chinese guys hanging around. They don't have to be Chinese, but they are Chinese. And they're all standing around and they're making
Yeah, it's
whatever.
not
Like
itchy.
he's chopping this shit up, this guy's chopping this shit up, and Tom over there, not a Chinese name, but Tom over there explodes into a plume of smoke.
Back
and
it
a
up,
big mist.
Terry.
And they're
Back
like,
it up.
okay, missed the mark, but we should sell it. We should do something with this because that's pretty cool. Naturally, the Chinese shoved their new discovery into bamboo tubes, unknowingly creating the first manufactured fireworks. By the 10th century,
Oh
Chinese
yeah,
were
if
making
you
bombs.
point it on an
Pretty cool.
arrow,
Well,
yeah,
they figured that out
you
pretty
shoot
quick,
it
and a few
off,
hundred years
and
later, they
it's
had
on
created
fire.
missiles.
That's
Missiles.
crazy.
It's crazy to think that we created missiles before a light bulb. It's just weird to me. Innovations in fireworks were tied to these developments in projectile weapons, and I feel like this is a crucial element of
but you're
firework
taking
that we so
the
easily
word
forget.
missile
These are
in
dangerous explosives that are basically weapon-adjacent entertainment.
in a vague term, I guess, like it, because it's not like the missiles that we have today. Obviously, it's not made of metal or anything like that. So I wouldn't really even call it a missile. A firework would be accurate to call it because you're just putting it on an arrow. It's like calling a fire arrow ammunition or something like that. It's like, no, bro. It's like just put the little gunpowder in it, put it in like a little container, put that container on the arrow, get something that can light it, and I'm pretty sure they have fire by this point, and and then just put it on a bow and just shoot. Not
They are fucking dangerous as hell,
not
which to be
amazing
fair
or
is very
hard to
Chinese
think
and
of.
very American to be having fun with things that you know are being used to kill people.
Now to
that
make gunpowder,
you
I
don't
have no
like.
idea.
God bless George Washington. But by the 12th century,
But
fireworks
I'm
became
pretty
a
sure a
popular
lot of
form of
people
entertainment for
be
the
able to
Chinese
figure it out
imperial court. And during the
around that
13th century, gunpowder spread to the West, which historically
Yeah.
was a big. That wasn't good. We really used that against a lot of good people. A lot of catastrophic repercussions of that. But we can't dwell on the past. But by the 14th,
He's saying good people, but he's being what is the word, facetious? Like it's just that, like, yeah, some of them were probably good, but a lot of them weren't, and a lot of the ones that used the weapons on us as well. Some of us weren't bad, some of us were good, but they used it on us, we used it on them. It's kind of the thing of war, whether you want to blame the West, which I don't know why he's just directing it as if the West was the only ones that did it. They did it to each other too, just in different ways. And we all kind of just do it to each other. And that's not good. It's bad. We should all stop it. But until everybody gets on a mutual agreement to stop war, kind of have to keep it going. Because if we don't, then we leave ourselves defenseless. If we leave ourselves defenseless, that leads to a takeover. We don't want to be taken over. Because every luxury you have now, even the phone that you're watching it on now, would be taken away by anybody that decided our way of living was not correct. And some of them think that we don't deserve to exist. So, yeah, no, I mean, he's just, I don't know.
15th century,
I like
fireworks
Big
displays
Tug.
became a part of European life.
I just know he
In
jumps
medieval
into the
England,
political
fireworks
stuff
were now
every now
used
and
for
then, and he
military
tries to make it
victories,
seem like
religious
it's one
events, and
person,
royal
or like one
celebrations. So
side's
the Duke
fault
of
and not
Pemberton
the
is
other side.
marrying the Duchess of Pork. Well,
Like everybody
blow
else is a
something up,
victim
as is
except
tradition. Maybe
the
point it at a
United
poor
States
person.
on the
That'd be
western
fun.
side.
These shows of fire and alleged poor people murder were run by, quote, fire masters, which historically is one of the coolest job titles you could have, besides, like, I don't know, Grand Wizard. That's the, oh shit, that's the KKK guy. Oh man, that's a bummer they took that. Grand Wizard
Yeah.
should be like something that we can do without being racist. Grand Wizard is such
I
a cool
agree with
title.
him on
That's
that
so
one.
bullshit they took that.
Them taking
The
the Grand
KKK. But anyway,
Wizards
as important as the
sucks.
Fire Master was, I
'Cause it
mean,
kind
King
of
James
is
II's Fire Master
a
was a
cool name.
military engineer who was knighted. It was their
I
assistants
remember I
who
tried
were doing a
to
lot
pass
of the
that
grunt
name
work.
on
These
Wizard
guys were
101.
called
Nope.
Green Men, which is not as cool as a Fire Master,
I was
admittedly. They got
like, why
that name
not?
because they would wear leaves on their
Wouldn't
heads
that mean
to
that I'm
protect
the
them
best?
from falling sparks and
But
ashes.
no.
You know, leaves. Notably not flammable. I'm sure these guys were catching on fire all the time. Their job was pretty all-encompassing. They were like the jesters before the show, warming the crowd up with jokes as they prepared the displays. So that's fun. Oh, and it says here, many of them sustained brutal injuries or died due to detonation mishaps. But the crowd work was stealthy.
Yeah, but that's like how in Hawaii, I'm pretty sure it's only Hawaii that does this too. Uh, they light an end of a stick and they light the other end of a stick and they would spin it around while it's on fire and they do cool fire tricks. And I think they even do the fire blowing thing, which it's just that like that's pretty dangerous too. So I mean, regardless of how you want to think about it, I think humans are gonna think of something dangerous regardless. That's just humans. Humans are dangerous because we are intelligent. And that is our, what is it called? Advantage and our disadvantage is that we are intelligent. I can understand when they say ignorance is bliss because I mean, the less you know, the better you think of the world. But the more information you get about the world, the less you want to be a part of it. But you have to. It's crazy.
Oh, you should have seen it. He called one guy fat. It was amazing. But I guess in that way, the spirit of those green men lives on in every drunk clown who puts a bottle rocket in his ass on the 4th of July. Some old school pyrotechnicians still tell each other to stay green, paying homage to their roots and reminding each other to be careful. Being careful, let's talk about more weaponry. Hell yeah. Now, while fireworks developed alongside advancements in weapons, eventually people tried using the technology for more practical applications. And what's more practical than killing a whale? Yeah, Chris, high-five me. Edit in a high five of
Smell like
you
burnt
high-fiving me.
booty hair
Do
everywhere.
it. Me and Chris hate whales. In the 1820s, British inventor Sir William Congreve used a rocket power to develop a hypercharged whaling harpoon. Handheld harpoons required a high amount of strength and, I don't know. It was hard to do when you were trying to shoot a whale. And often a wounded whale would still be able to attack the boat and kill the men aboard. So why not use a rocket?
I would
Think of any
imagine.
hypothetical situation that you can't fix with a rocket. That's
A
a
little
question.
nail,
There's
that's
no
it.
situation where a rocket won't help. These puppies would explode on impact, making
won't
whale
die if you
hunting
get
a
a
much
nail in
easier
your hand.
task. You'd blow up a whale. You're bringing a rocket to a water fight.
will.
But there was just one problem. The whales were sinking before they could be recovered. Several different versions of the rocket-powered harpoon were developed and tested throughout the century, but Congreve's idea was eventually scrapped. But nearly a century after Congreve's harpooning attempt, Nazis. We'll talk about Nazis now. German engineer Gerhard Zucker was thrown in an insane asylum by the Nazis for experimenting with rockets. Now this probably goes without saying, but if the Nazis are saying you're crazy, probably not a great look. You're probably pretty nuts. Zucker eventually met a British stamp dealer,
a lot of things would be
and they formed the
crazy
British
back then.
Rocket Syndicate. They believed that the future of mail would be rocket powered, and they spent the next
We
decade
had
trying
to
to make that a
create
thing. But
all these
spoiler,
things
if you
so
haven't
that
heard
we
the end
can
of this
progress
story,
as a
if you
society
strap a
into
letter to a rocket,
space
the
travel.
letter will not get there because the rockets explode. His first attempt in 1934 only took flight for a few seconds
them
before
learning
coming
about
down
fireworks,
to Earth. The mail on board was
leading
then
into
delivered by the
rockets.
Postal Service. Subsequent attempts
We
went
wouldn't be
bigger,
able to
and
get
they
into
all ended
space.
up with a bigger bang. Zucker developed a 30-pound air torpedo that was supposed to travel at 1,000 miles per hour, but it exploded and scattered 1,200 letters across the beach. Just a few days after that, he blew up another mail rocket, not learning from his lesson that rockets do explode. But you know what they say, third time's the charm, and it says here his third attempt didn't explode, but it veered wildly off course. Zucker returned to Germany in 1936 to visit his family, and he was arrested by the
It didn't blow
Gestapo.
up.
He served 16 months and was released.
I mean,
with
it's
the condition
supposed
that he
to
never touched
eventually,
a
but
rocket again. Which, to be
they
fair, is
didn't
pretty
do it
badass
immediately, so,
compromise to
hey,
legally
success.
veto. Like some people are like, you can't go near your ex-girlfriend anymore. You can't
We
go
just
near
gotta
school.
direct
You
it
gotta
now.
stay away from rockets, my man. You're too rad with the rockets. But Zucker was a stubborn motherfucker. That's fun to say. And he went back to rockets pretty quick. In 1964, another of his rockets
bet that was
exploded,
fun to
scattering
watch.
shrapnel over the crowd of spectators and killing 2 schoolboys. That's pretty dark. Well, not Nazi dark, but still not ideal. He then served a 6-month prison sentence for involuntary manslaughter, and the concept of rocket
Can't
letter
argue
would
with
not
that,
be
I
looked into
guess.
again until the advent of Hotmail. Remember Hotmail? We have fun here. Okay, I've been yammering about a lot of BS, but I know you're sitting there, a real American, champing at the bit for me to talk about liberty, the pursuit of happiness.
4th of
a
July.
big
Independence
Diet
Day.
Coke. Even though we have the Chinese to thank for New Year's Eve fireworks
Aliens.
shows, for red-blooded patriots, these explosions are
Sending
synonymous
fireworks
with the 4th of
to
July.
try to
Since fireworks were already
destroy
popular for
those
public
alien
celebrations in England, the
UFOs
idea
or
was brought over
UAPs,
by
as they are
colonists.
called.
Some historians even believe that one of the first firework displays in America took place in 1608 at the Jamestown colony. Way before the Washman even showed up, he wasn't even a baby yet. George Washington. I use shorthand. Although we're not certain about that, what we do know for sure is that Americans have been
Why was it
unruly
shaped
and
like that?
annoying about fireworks pretty much from the jump. Officials in Rhode Island actually had to ban the mischievous use of pyrotechnics in 1731 because the residents wouldn't stop pranking each other with them. Which is crazy because Massachusetts people go to Rhode Island to buy fireworks now. It's legal over there. If you want to buy a Roman candle to blind your timid son on a pond,
I don't know, you can buy them in
you can do
Texas.
that from Rhode Island. I don't know where that came from. Maybe that was a repressed memory. One of my friends get blinded, but it was founding father and second president John Adams who really put fireworks on the 4th of July map. Just 2 days before the declaration of Am I saying that right? There we go. Declaration of Independence was signed. He wrote a letter to his life. He wrote a letter to his wife. I'm losing my mind. It ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, bonfires and illuminations. That's what they called fireworks.
Hearing you mess up so many times made me.
And the very next year, even though the
I had to pause it because I already messed up there. Hearing him mess up so many times made me so unconfident in saying it that I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna say it.
Revolutionary War was still ongoing, America's first anniversary was celebrated in Philadelphia with a 13-gun salute and firework display. Guns and fireworks, baby. We've been on that shit forever. There's a reason we talk about
dope.
missiles in our goddamn national anthem, or rockets, or whatever the fuck. Goddamn, we love this shit. A century after our independence, fireworks had become an integral part of our annual celebration.
We do it very well.
Citizens in Colorado were so
Why
upset
wouldn't
they
we
didn't
want
receive
to
their fireworks
enjoy
in
it
time
if
for
we
the
do
4th
it
of
so
July
well?
that they blew up a post office.
We do it so well that we had to limit ourselves to one day out of the year to be able to do it, because if we didn't, everybody would be doing it every day.
In the middle of a firework crisis. Between 1903 and 1910, there were more than 1,500 deaths and 33,000 injuries related to fireworks. Many people were getting concerned about the bloodbath.
I'd imagine back then too. Oh, there was no safety warning for labels and that. I could imagine that there was like a lot of bloodshed.
Family-friendly celebrations, but it wasn't without some blowback. In 1903, a Pennsylvania legislator published a letter in the Philadelphia Inquirer promoting safety. Then the next year, young men surrounded his house with Roman candles and other explosives and basically rocked his goddamn world for 15 minutes of uninterrupted fury. I guess firework enthusiasts had real Stan mentality in the early 1900s. But despite the backlash, the mayor of Chicago banned the misuse of fireworks in 1903, and in 1908, Cleveland passed a city ordinance banning the sales of firecrackers. While the Safe and Sane movement
not because of the exploding, but just because it might spark a fire,
which helped create the framework of like professionally done fireworks shows in your local cities, so people aren't just doing it themselves. They still do it themselves, but like, you know, you can go to the pier and go see some shit. Today, the U.S. hosts approximately 14,000 firework displays each year. It's basically our
but see, in Texas, we do both. You go to the area, you see the firework display, you're like, oh my god, so amazing. And then it usually ends around 12 a.m. As soon as it ends, boom, everybody jumps out into their cars and goes like driving all the way out to outside the city onto a dead road, which the dead road is not dead anymore. Now it's overpacked, and now you see like just 200 people lined up, and you're just looking for a spot, and then you just pop fireworks until like 3 or 4 a.m. depending on how many you have. And I don't drink now, but I did drink at the time. You just get wasted while popping fireworks. Obviously, you want somebody that doesn't drink, and we always had somebody that doesn't drink that would hang out and drive us everywhere. Because man, it would. Don't get drunk and pop fireworks though. That's extremely dangerous. You don't want to do that because then you might accidentally like underestimate the time that it's gonna like set off, and then you might blow off your fingers. Don't do that. But that's what a lot of people in Texas do, and it's pretty fun. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with this.
Did someone hit a home run? Fireworks. Did a president get elected? Fireworks. Did but Shamu do a flip at SeaWorld? Fireworks. And it probably scares the shit out of Shamu. With so many pyrotechnics happening for the 4th, the firework industry has become wildly
I used to go to SeaWorld whenever it used to be popular.
Association, consumer fireworks purchases generate over $2 billion in 2024. And 95% of the fireworks that are bought in America are imported from China.
They just told us we can't go back.
Maybe China's trying to hurt us. I don't know. I don't know anything about going on, but I do know some people who lost some fingies because of M40s. So maybe we need to look into China. They're trying to kill us with fireworks.
I don't know anybody that has lost an appendage
at 4th of July. He's gonna get real pissed about that. But with all this money to be made,
fireworks.
The fireworks stand has
become I know some people that got burned.
While the beginning of the 20th century saw states tighten their laws around the sale of pyro, since the 21st century began, 19 states have relaxed their fireworks laws. In fact, there's only one state in the entire country with an outright ban on all consumer fireworks, and that's my goddamn home state of Massachusetts. It's so annoying. The states are so small that I can just go to the next state and buy fireworks and bring them back, and you want to give me a fucking ticket for that? I hate stadies. Probably internalized guilt for burning a bunch of witches, but it's not fair to the average consumer. I don't like fireworks, but I do like blowing shit up. You know what I mean? I don't care about watching.
So then you understand.
Throw a cherry bomb into a toilet. Anyway, lax laws.
So see, near the end of the video, right? Near the end of the video, he understands.
This has led to an explosion in sales in the last 20 years, and the fireworks stands are making money hand over, blown over fist. A fireworks stand on the side of a dirt road is a weirdly beautiful Americana picture. It's so classic. Some of them even have carnival vibes. like the
You know, the
circuses in
noise is
town. These
annoying, but
stores
the
are usually
explosion
staffed
itself
by
is
local
pretty
high
cool.
schoolers and that one guy in town whose whole personality is just the word gun. They're open for a month or two out of the year, and then
I
they
want to be
vanish.
that
It's
guy.
like,
I just don't got the
what's
money
that
to be
store?
that
Spear
guy.
Halloween, but for shit that can f you up. The makeshift shelves holding thousands upon thousands of pieces of explosives are usually rented out to operators by a handful of major distributors like brands like TNT and Black Cat. In that case, the mom and pop owners usually only get about 30% of the profits, which is not great. And meanwhile, the fat cats at Black Cat are reeling in the profits, making big booms. Even if you own your own stand, you usually still need to get authorized to sell major brand fireworks, and then you have to buy through their importer. I guess having to kiss the ring of big business to do American things is very American. So everything's good. Everything's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little too harsh on fireworks. I just find it so
Capitalism.
boring. I find it so boring to sit there on a blanket and look up at this shit. It sucks. And it's loud. I've had pets my whole life. It scares the shit out of everybody's pets. You have to give them gabapentin so they don't piss on the floor. When you live in a city during any celebration, you're just like sleeping. You're like, oh my God, there's an explosion. Oh, it's some dipshit in the middle of the street setting off a weak ass
Yeah,
firework.
but don't
Pissing
just like.
off everyone else.
That's why you got to get
The Knicks
involved with the
winning was
fireworks.
it sucked.
If you're
I
just
just don't
sitting
like
there and you're
fireworks, man.
not
I don't like loud
getting
noise.
involved in it at all, and you're not entertaining the idea of fireworks, then yeah, you're gonna be a party pooper. You're gonna be upset about it because you're not even trying to get involved. They have head muffs for dogs that you can get for dogs. And then he said something about some medicine that you can give a dog to keep them from peeing. I've had dogs my whole life. They really don't, like they don't pee or freak out too much with it. Yes, they do, where they don't pee at all whenever they're scared, but they do like get upset. But if you're holding them or if you're calming them down, it's fine. But you just probably don't want to calm them down, or you find it annoying to have to calm them down. I'm not saying like, anything against you. I mean, I don't know how you are with dogs or animals in general, but usually if you calm them down, it's fine. Just put some earmuffs on them and let them chill. You'll be all right. But I mean, if you don't live outside of the city, it's not really the biggest deal. If you live outside the city, it's a big deal because people are gonna be parked up on your road popping fireworks. Um, but if you live inside the city, especially like a big city like Dallas or Austin or San Antonio or anything like that, if you live directly inside that, you're probably not gonna get that many fireworks going off. You're probably gonna get like five because the cops are gonna be out there trying to arrest the ones that are popping fireworks inside the city limits. Everybody knows you don't pop it inside the city limits. You pop it outside of the city limits. And then sometimes you got the little weak ones, but the little weak ones, usually if you have your TV on, it's not even louder than that. And I don't ever put my TV on above 15. So I mean,
But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if
I
you
guess
actually
it
like
just
fireworks and
depends.
try and
I
sell
guess
me
it
on it
just
because I want to
depends.
get into it. New videos every Saturday, sometimes Wednesday. Like, comment, and
Okay, well
subscribe.
that was the end of the video.
Actually,
Anyway,
do
so.
all.
But either way, I still enjoy his videos. He has hot takes from time to time. That I don't always agree with or that I don't think is necessarily steered in the correct direction. But he's human. We're all humans. We all have our own opinions. We all have our own thoughts. I still enjoy his content. He's very funny. And he's very amusing. And I think he does his stuff well. But yeah, no. Y'all should go check his video out. It's pretty dope. Hey everyone, if you made it this far into the video, this is the end of the video, by the way. If you made it to the end, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Kind of stated it in the beginning, but just a friendly reminder. Yeah, if you want to suggest any new videos or anything like that, leave it in the comments and I'll check it out. If I feel like I can react to it, I'll react to it. But yes, if you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, share my videos, do all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Later.